Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Elizabeth and this is my official 5-month weight loss journey update. So I'm going to recap for you what went on between months 4 to 5, and I'd like to go a little bit back further than that and kind of recap this journey so far because some changes have happened and I want to get you guys all up to speed. I feel like as to why, just because I want to make sure I kind of have it all accumulated together in one video. And so before I get started, look at you guys, this shirt was like so tight before that I could not like wear it and like fit it over my abdomen, and now it's like literally, it's like loose, it's like hanging. Look at ambition. So I'm so excited I can finally like wear this shirt out places. This is the first time I've put it on today in like a really long time, but now I have another shirt to wear, which is super exciting that I didn't even have to pay for. So yeah, officially I'm 5 months in and I am 35 pounds down total. And so what did I lose? I think maybe I lost like 5 pounds or so this month. I don't totally remember, but I am down 35 whole pounds and I'm feeling pretty good about that. I definitely am noticing changes in my body, and so that's exciting, and that's even better than the weight on the scale is to feel the loose clothes. So yeah, I'm feeling decent about it. I'm not a very patient person. I'm not very patient with this. So would I like it to go faster? Yeah, absolutely. I sure would. But I'm really trying to calm down a little bit and learn how to do this journey that, yes, it's going to take a while, but yeah, 35 whole pounds down. So that puts me at, I think at the very most, 130 pounds to lose still. At the very most, maybe less than that, I don't know, but it makes me feel like, okay, I can do this, I'm ready to get the next 30 pounds. That will be really exciting. So if you saw my very last video, it was not a super positive or happy or peppy video. It was actually the hardest video I've had to film so far. I did not enjoy it, and yeah, it was hard. It was hard to get on here and tell you about some of the things that are going on with my health, and I was not looking forward to making that video. I'm feeling a lot better right now. I'm definitely back in a good headspace. My body's feeling really good. So yeah, I'm reporting to you honestly what happened, what's going down. So for the last week and a half, I've had some carbs back in my diet, namely blueberries, strawberries, avocados, and cauliflower. And it has changed my health like tenfold. So what was going down was a pretty severe reactive hypoglycemia that was happening just more and more frequent, and I was just not okay. And so if you want to know a little bit more about that, you know, go watch the other video. I'm not going to get into it too much on this video. However, there's a lot more I do want to say and touch on about it, and so that is going to be next week's video. So in a couple of days there will be a new weekly update video coming up, and we're going to talk about it a lot more in depth because I just had trouble getting it out last week. So I have a lot more to say about that now, but I want to recap kind of the last 5 months and how I've truly been feeling and where I'm at with everything. So I am very honest, like in each weekly and monthly update, I'm just not sure looking back now if I've done it justice to tell some of the negative things that I was experiencing with it. I get on here and I'm happy and I'm trying to be positive and I'm in a good mood, and I'm trying to find the things about the carnivore diet that I really like, and there are some things that I have really liked about it, but I'm not sure that I've conveyed very well some of the struggles that I've had with it in terms of like the intensity of it. I've mentioned them, but I don't know if I've conveyed like how bad things really got. So I think things kind of came to a crisis point, a boiling point, and I ended up having to add it back in some carbs. And I know that's not super popular to say, but I have to be honest, and that's where I'm at. So when I first started this way of eating, the first like week or two was rough, and it was just kind of a rough adjustment. I ended up with some pretty severe stomach pain in the first week or two that I was doing the carnivore way of eating, and I don't believe it was related to carnivore at all. It's just something that happens sometimes. I think I ate something wrong and it really complicated starting carnivore, but eventually I kind of got past that. I really didn't feel like I had the whole like keto flu or whatever that people talk about. I didn't really experience any huge symptoms from that. And so for the first like couple of months on this, I felt pretty decent. Not anything above or beyond kind of my baseline. So for the weeks that you guys see me get on here and say like, oh my gosh, I had an amazing week, I felt so great, everything worked so well, those weeks were like my norm. And so any of the weeks that I got on and I was struggling, those were like less than my norm. And so I've had quite a few of those, to be really honest. But for the first like month or two, those first like from weeks like 2 to maybe like 8 or 10 in there, I think I felt pretty good. I did okay. Then all of a sudden in month 3, like maybe 3 to 3.5 months into this way of eating, my blood sugars started to drop. And that is not something I experience regularly. To go along with that, there was also a lot of just weakness and low energy and brain fog and fatigue and just not feeling good, inside. At 3.5 months in to about 4 months in, there was like a week to a week and a half in there where I added back in avocados, and I had like a daily avocado, and it changed my life. Like it really made a huge difference. However, my weight was really slow. In between month 3 to 4, I lost like 3 pounds. So my weight was really slow. And so what I decided to do was really increase my fat intake and increase my fatty cuts of meat. And I really changed around like which meats I was eating. So when I started, I was eating like a really big array of different kinds of meats, but a lot of lean meats. And I was doing a lot of tuna and turkey and chicken and some steak and a little bit of hamburger meat and lobster occasionally, some seafood. So I was having kind of like a range of a lot of stuff. Pork only every once in a while. And that was the main stuff that I was eating. I'll have videos in the description. You know, I've showed all that. So then I was like, okay, maybe I'm eating too many like lean meats. Maybe I'm not getting enough fat in because I'm low energy. Like I'm just not feeling so good. And what I really wanted to do was give the carnivore diet a shot, doing it exactly like how my husband had done it for this whole year. So when he lost this 140 pounds, he's really been eating like steak, hamburger meat, and eggs. I've said that like 10 times on this channel now already, so I feel like a broken record, but that's what he was eating. And I was like, okay, I want to try doing carnivore exactly like he did it his way that worked really well for him, to see how my body would respond and to see, you know, what results I would have, because I'm still wanting the weight loss to go kind of quick, you know, not patient, not wanting to wait super long. I really wanted to like get, the whole reason I was willing to try carnivore was because I wanted to get a big bulk of the weight off quicker. Like the high numbers are hard. I've seen these numbers, you know, so many times. So it's not exciting to lose this same weight like over and over and over. And so I wanted to get down quickly into the lower numbers. And then if it slowed down a little bit, I was okay. But I thought, cool, if I could just get a huge like chunk off of it first, the first year or whatever, that would be really awesome. And mine went way slower than his did. And so I've had to really like mentally adjust, and that's okay. I'm learning that's okay. This is my journey. It's gonna look different than other people's journey, including my husband. But I wanted to do it his way. So I cut back out the avocado and I increased all my fats, how I was eating the fats, increased what I was eating every day to make sure I was eating enough food. Really from like a little bit in month 3 into 4 up to now, there was like a good 4 or 5 weeks in there where I just ate steak, hamburger meat, and eggs with fat trimmings on them, and some ribs, occasionally ribs with the fat on, but beef ribs, right? And I really haven't done any seafood. I haven't done any extra stuff. No chicken for a long time. No turkey meat, lean meat for a long time. That was like it. And I was doing a ton of butter. We got tallow, so I was cooking everything in tallow. I was doing bone broth every day, and so I was putting extra fat and butter and stuff in the bone broth, and I was drinking that. And I just wanted to see if I nourished myself with a lot of fat and really doing it, would my body respond like my husband's did. And for like maybe 1 week in there was like my best video. I was like, this is my best week yet. And I felt decent on that week. However, it wasn't like above and beyond my baseline. It was still like what my norm would be. And on that video I talked about, wow, I actually felt good enough to like go walk around the mall. Well, you guys, before I started carnivore, I had no trouble like walking around the mall. Like it wasn't even like a thought, you know, for my energy levels or anything like that. So looking back now, for months like June and July, I have spent this whole summer trying to feel good on this way of eating and trying to get my energy levels up and just not feeling okay. And like, I literally the whole summer have been trying to plan a day at a water park with one specific friend, and have not been able to like get myself feeling okay enough to have the energy to go. And that's the truth of it. And so I have devoted this whole summer to trying to figure out what was wrong, trying to figure out why I'm not feeling good, trying to troubleshoot what I can do, what can I add, what can I take out of my diet, what can I add into my diet, what do I need to do to like feel okay. And this has become a lot of work. It's a lot of work. Like, it did not just happen naturally. I really haven't felt very good. So finally last week, like a week and a half ago, it really kind of came to a crisis point where I had a couple of days where it got to the point where it was very clear for my body that I was not functioning and I could not move forward with the way I was feeling. So I ended up going to the doctor very, very quickly. It was not okay. I will get into that more in the video coming out in just a couple of days. I don't want to take up too much of your time today because I could talk about it for a while. So anyway, I ended up going to the doctor. She ended up giving me lots of different advice. I talked about it a little bit in the last video, so I will link that. She mainly talked a lot about how my body was having trouble using the fat for energy. And so we talked about a lot of things, and I want to expound on that in the next video. So go ahead and watch the one coming out in a couple of days if you want to know more about my conversation with her. But ultimately, from the result of that conversation with her, I added back in some carbs, the ones I mentioned, just 4 different kinds of foods, and I'm doing fantastic with them. I'm doing phenomenal. To just have those few things back in has been like an absolute game changer for me. And I have not had one low blood sugar since I've added them back in. My energy is back. We went and did that water park day, and I didn't have to worry about it at all with, how I was feeling. And I've done a ton of stuff since then, and I have the energy to do it, and I'm kind of feeling much more back to my normal lifestyle, which is busy. We're busy, and we like to kind of go, and I have a lot of stuff to do and that I like to do. So yeah, I don't totally know where that leaves me. I do feel like I have given this diet 5 months of my life a really good chance to work. I am at the point where I am doing a lot of inner reflection and wondering, is this the right diet for me? And what are my goals? And what are my health goals? And what do I want? We talked a lot about lifestyle at the doctor. What kind of lifestyle do I want? And so for the next couple of weeks, I'm laying off of carnivore diet stuff because I don't want to misrepresent anything. I'm not interested in calling it carnivore when it's not. It's right now I'm low carb is what I probably would be considered. And I'm just kind of seeing where I need to go from here. That was the doctor's advice, add in a few carbs and play around with it and see how you feel and see what your body's telling you and see what you might need. So that's what I've been doing, and I feel fantastic. And so, yeah, I really do kind of need to figure out where I want to go from here. But I am continuing my weight loss journey, and I'm continuing to document it on here. And so we're just going to end up seeing like where this goes and where it takes us. And so right now I'm looking into my options of what I want to do, how I want to eat, and where I want to go from here, of what I feel like I can stick with and what's going to make me feel good. And so that's kind of a 5-month recap of like what it's been like and where I'm at with everything. I'm feeling in a very good headspace now. I'm feeling very excited because I have the energy back and I feel truly good, and that's so worth it to me. So I never want to experience a blood sugar drop like that again, never. And so yeah, I really do have to, I've just been kind of examining, why am I doing the carnivore way of eating, and can I achieve my goals with another vehicle of weight loss, and why is this important to me? And so I have to figure that out. I have to figure out where I'm at with all of that. But I do know that I am never willing to put my body through that again. So if I continue to try with strict carnivore, I'm really going to have to know that the changes I'm going to make to do it are going to actually work. However, I'm not convinced solely of that yet. This is a really fluid situation, and so I'm still doing a lot of research, and I'm still just trying to figure it out. So as soon as I know, and as soon as I figure out where I'm at with everything or what I learned, I'll be sharing it with you. I don't have a whole lot of detailed information to give you right now because it's still in the works, but I'll be here for the next weekly weight loss update in a couple of days, and I think it'll be interesting. And I will keep doing weekly weight loss updates. I'm gonna not do extra carnivore videos right now, and I'm gonna figure out kind of, you know, what direction I want this channel to go in and what's gonna work with my lifestyle and what's gonna make me feel the best. And so I'm kind of playing around with all of that right now, and we'll see where it goes from here. And but I'm definitely gonna keep losing weight, and I will definitely be back for a 6-month weight loss update at some point. So I hope that helps. I talked way too long, so I'll let you go, but I hope that kind of helps just kind of recap everything that's been kind of going on over the last 5 months. And yeah, I hope this is helpful. I will see you guys in the next video. Take care, you guys. Bye.
I start to sail along these ocean waves. Nobody knows how to find us. It's turning out to be a perfect day. I just wanna leave our normal lives behind us. So let's get lost out here, no one else out here. Find ourselves out here.